Good morning, everyone. I'm your host today, Krystal Brown, and we're going to be discussing coping mechanisms that can be used in the workplace when we are feeling stressed. APA.org states in 2012, 65% of Americans cited work as a top source of stress. But only 37% of Americans surveyed said they were doing an excellent or very good job at managing their stress. Stress can become a very serious issue because it can result in health related issues along with disruption of work, lack of interest, and potentially a job loss. That is why today we will explore what mechanisms we can use to cope with stress induced by our jobs. Behind me in our presentation model, you will see different key points you can use to reference different coping mechanisms that we talk about today. Feel free to jot those down because you never know when something or someone will stress you out. Whether you work as a waitress or as a CEO, stress is inevitable and can often be caused by simple things like a rude customer, or even strict deadlines. One mechanism for coping with stress is to track your stressors. Tracking your stressors can be as easy as journaling for a week or two on the situation that created the stress and how you responded to them. APA.org shares that taking notes can help you find patterns among your stressors and your reactions to them. Once you figure out the most common stressors, you can then address them, whether it be short notice deadlines or that aggravated customer. Learning to relax is probably the most effective coping mechanism. In today's society, there is so much going on that oftentimes we forget how to relax. Even when we think we're relaxing, we might not actually be because our mind is elsewhere, like on the work deadline or that customer that really got underneath our skin. Inc.com states taking a bath, a shower, or a nap are some ways to relax the mind, body, and the soul, letting stress know that you want it to leave. Even laughing or crying is a stress reliever that takes away the tension and results in a more relaxed demeanor and perspective. Venting is another coping mechanism that can be powerful. Just the idea of letting someone else know your frustrations and the things that are stressing you out can help eliminate stress. Find that one person who you confide in and let it out. Sometimes just speaking on the stressor can give you a new perspective on the situation, which can be an automatic calmer. If you find it hard to find someone like a friend or a family member to vent to, seek out therapy or someone else who experiences stress because they can relate and lend a listening ear. APA.org shares healthy employees are typically more productive, so your boss has an incentive to create a work environment that promotes employee well-being. Therefore, speak with a supervisor about the stress that you undergo. Keep in mind, though, this is not a complaint session, but a way to create an effective plan for coping and managing the stressors you've identified. This will not just benefit you, but your job performance as well, therefore the employer. Having that open conversation with a supervisor can eliminate some of the stress. Whether you practice these habits before, during, or after work, these coping mechanisms provide emotional, physical, and mental outlets from the situations, problems, and people who you cannot control in the workplace. Let's face it, you can't control everyone. Stress doesn't have to ruin your health, work performance, or professional and personal relationships, nor does it have to overly influence you. One thing is sure, you have to take care of yourself. It's your responsibility. Because if you don't take care of yourself, who is? There are other mechanisms for coping with stress, and if you need any further guidance on what you can do, please reach out. My information's on the card you received when you came in today. And as always, it was a pleasure speaking with you all today. Again, my name is Krystal. Go forth and be less stressed. Have a good day.